Hi, welcome to another video. So in this video we are going to be teaching I'm going to give you my views on how I taught him to speak on command. So the SIA question for this video is to do with fire extinguishers, and in the comments below let me know what fire extinguisher is in the cream coloured. So with most pet dogs, barking can be an annoyance. Now with a security dog, it's something that you need and something that's very handy to have as well. When we do the barking or we do the speak on command, it's normally a warning sign for other people or for people that you don't want to get too close to you. So if I just show you a couple of things that I've done, and also what I've done with this is that I've done different kind of adaptations of it, and different toys I get him to do it with, some toys I don't get him to do it with, and then sometimes I've used body language as well, just to help with the security side of it, of trying to teach him what's threatening and non-threatening. So we'll give it a go. I'll show you what we've got up to, and then I'll do a demonstration and then we'll take it from there. In terms of speak on command, you want them to obviously speak when you ask them to. Now I normally use his bite toys for this, because it means that he'll do it with these toys and hopefully won't do it with others. So when he gets up, down, and then hopefully when you do it with things like balls and that, he won't do it because they're things that other people play with him. So how did we do it? So a demonstration of it is this. Yep. Down. Wait. Speak. 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 So that's what you're looking for. So when you say speak, he gives you a clear bark. Sometimes it'll be a couple of barks. But what I've tried to do is every time I say bark, it's one bark, and then I'll say it again, it's another bark. The way in which I taught him this is very simple. So he gets a reward for barking. Down. Wait. So he gets a reward for barking. Now it can be a bit long stretch. Some dogs do stares and some dogs will bark, and the way in which I've done it was to build frustration. So if I show you the frustration technique, this is quite hard to do with him because obviously he knows and he already has the frustration there. So if I just try and do it, so yep. Sit, wait, speak, and out, sit. So what you'll find with this is that it will be that you'll sit there and you'll say speak, 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 and he won't do anything. And then what you're looking for is that as soon as they bark, you give them the toy. Sit, leave, sit, wait. And so when you say wait. So when you say speak, you give them the toy straight away. Now he knows that if I say speak and he barks, he's going to get the toy. So he's already preempting what I'm going to do. Now there is also a certain thing that obviously you want them not to bark. So once you've asked them to do it, is that you want them to stop. So what I'm going to try and do now is that I'll get him to speak, and then I'll get him to down, and then hopefully when he's down he'll stop. If that doesn't work, then I'll get him to heel and be by my side, and then at them points, that's when I don't want him to bark. Speak. Yeah. So speak and a bark, and then up. He'll bark. So speak. Speak. Down. No. So with that, obviously he was in front barking, then stopped him, bark, toy. It's important that it's, oi, get, no, here, and that's why you don't leave him with this. Starts biting the handles. So had him in front, he was barking. Then I gave him a speak command, he carried on barking. Put him in the down, one barked no, he stopped. And then say speak, bark, and it's important that you give them the toy as soon as they bark, so that they then start learning that, okay, when he says that, if I bark, that's what he wants. So this is all well and good, and it's very handy so that if I say speak, he's there. So what you don't want is that if when I'm talking to you and you're a trespasser, what I don't want him to do is if I say speak, is that he looks around and he does this. Now this is no good for me because now the dog's back's turned to me. So how do we try and get past that? Right, so the way in which I'm going to try and combat that is that I'm going to put this down in front of me. And now when I give the speak command, I'm going to get him to bark at the object rather than at me. Right, so I've now got the object in front of me, and then as you would, I would have my dog here. I say, good, speak, 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 speak. So that's not ideal, but at least now he is in front and he's barking. Now, of course, with this, the next one on from speak would be watch. And you see that when I say that, he starts listening a little bit better. So could you watch? Watch. Watch. Down. 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 So obviously the one on from speak is then watch. Now that's the command that you want to give if someone's going to be coming at you. And it's the way in which I get him alert as well. Now there is another way, and it come accidentally really. So before I ever used to do anything, or as we was about to leave, I always used to say ready. Now he got used to ready meaning right, let's go. So hill, hill, no, hill, sit. So if he's away and he's not really concentrating, a bit like that, you say ready. Okay. Hill. Sit. Sit. And as you can tell with the barking sometimes, sit. Down. And as you can tell, once you've started this kind of training, it's quite hard to stop them. Now, I don't mind it too much, it can become a bit of annoyance when you're at home. So he's got a couple of trigger words. So if I say ready, and if I said watch, now this is obviously all training when it comes to just one-on-one. He turns around and he does it to me because I'm the only one here. Now, if I got someone else, actually, let me go and get someone else. So all I've done now is I've now brought in my glamorous assistant, who is now going to be the object. Now she has the bite bar with her. So obviously with the one I showed you just a minute ago, I put the bite bar down in front of me, and then when I asked him to do the command, he turned around and spoke to me. So now working in pairs is obviously better because it's more realistic, so now the dog has someone that he has to focus on. So what I would do is I would ask them to, when I say the word, is to produce the bite bar and then see how he reacts then. Will he turn around to me or will he then focus on the person? So if I say, speak, 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 speak. Good boy. Good boy. So obviously now we've got the second person. You see when he first jumped up, he looked at me, and then once the toy was shown to him, he then turned his focus onto the other person. So what we'll do now is we'll try that again. We'll try that again, and then see how he reacts the second time. Right, so it's going to be the same scenario again. So obviously he's down now, and then what I want is for him to speak. And once she produces the toy, then I would expect him to then go forwards. What I want him to try to do is do the speaking from here and not from in front of me until she produces the toy. Speak. 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 Yes. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Yes. And ouch. No, not you. The dog. So you can see that one was a bit better. So obviously he done the speaking from the side of me. He went from laying down to being alert, and then once the toy was produced, he then reacted to it. So take a step back because he's too close. A little bit more. That's it. That. Right, so we'll try that for a third time. Good. Speak. 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 Down. So this is another one. So I want him to carry on speaking, but I want him to do it from here. And then enough. And then now I can converse. So it's important that you'll be able to stop them as well as being able to get them to do speak. 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 So obviously, I've got him to do the speaking, I've got him to do it in quiet, the situation's now changed, and I'm getting him to speak, and then when she attacks him with the toy, then obviously he has to do his job. Good! Hold! 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 Ouch! Hey! Ouch! So that's just an explanation now. I'll try and do it a third time, just to see if I can get 3 parts. So obviously down. So we'll try and get all 3 parts. So we'll try and get him speaking from the side, to then, when she produces the toy, to being out in front speaking or barking, to then me being able to put him down so that he quiets down and we can converse with each other. And then when she goes, then I'll get him to spark back up when I think she's going to become a threat, and then when she attacks him, then he will do his job. Speak. 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 So obviously if we're trying to converse now, obviously I'll be shouting over the dog, she'll be shouting over me. Now I want to do down! Down! Enough. So now we can actually converse now. So now when I think she's going to become a threat again, if she lifts the toy above her head, speak! 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 He now becomes more alert, and then when she goes to attack him, he'll do his job. Hold! 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 Come this way a little bit. Hold! And then let him have it. Good boy! Yes! Good boy! Hey? That's good, lads. So that's what you're kind of looking for, but obviously the starting technique is the frustration, and then being able to do the speak on command. So, but it's also important with this point that you'll be able to stop them as well. Now, that obviously takes a lot of time and effort. I found that getting them to go down to a neutral position, like a sit or a down, that's the way in which he calms himself down. When he's standing up and he's alert, you're going to have it's going to be a good job to try and get him to stop. So putting him down in a neutral position where he's relaxed is obviously much better. And just the last thing, I also try to use this with kind of body language. so that he learns the difference between threatening and non-threatening. So obviously the down is where he calms down a lot, and that means that I can converse. Now, when I say in terms of body language, is what I tried to do with him was teach him what's threatening and non-threatening. So at the moment, my glamorous assistant is in a non-threatening position. She's got her hands behind her back. Now, I can see that she's got something behind her back. So obviously, if this was someone that approached sight, I would say to someone, "Let me see your hands." Now, if she brings out something that becomes threatening, then obviously I'd get him to spark. But what I'd want him to do is to spark up on something that he saw in case I missed it. So let's see. So if I was here and I don't know, I said, like, I want to see your hands. So if she just pulled out her hands so that I could see what was there, he now knows it's there. What I try to teach him is, okay, this is not threatening at the moment. What would be threatening is if she held it above her head. And you can see he found that as a threat. And down. So I taught him that anything that's above someone's head that can be used in a sort of motion becomes a threat. Enough. So when they're in a neutral position like this, he's quite calm. But the moment that she would put that above her head, let me just brace myself, it then becomes a threat. Now that's become and that was a continuation of the training with the frustration, holding stuff above my head in order to frustrate him. He learned that is frustration. Enough. So he now knows that that's a threat. So what I've tried to now teach him is that if that is produced at any angle, so she now brings it out from behind her side, that's now become, and it's that you want. So that's the end of the video. So with the speak command, obviously you can use it just to teach them how to speak. Like I say, I use the frustration where you frustrate them until that they bark, and then you give it to them. But when I say frustration, say speak, speak, speak. When they bark, go bash. There you go. But also, when you're doing this for security dog work, you have to make sure that you do use pairs, because like you saw when I just put it on the floor, when I say speak, he turns around, spins and looks at me. Well, that's no good. So putting someone else out there, making it a little bit more realistic, gives you a chance of, when you're saying it on sight, is that he'll be out in front and he'll be staring at them. The body language and the threat kind of thing is just something I kind of incorporated, that I would do that action and say speak, so that when someone done it towards us, I wouldn't have to get him to speak. So the answer to the SIA question in this video, I asked you earlier what is in the cream coloured fire extinguishers. They have foam in them. So that's something that you need to learn in your SIA. You need to learn what all the fire extinguishers contain in terms of by colour. Hope you enjoy the video. I hope you get something out of it. Like I say, I've said this before, I'm not a trainer, but what I try to do is just give some tips and some of the training that I went through. Some of the techniques that we used. I think it's quite an easy tip, and you can get your dog to react to the speak. They're very good learners, obviously, and it's quite a simple one as well. So let me know in the comments below if you got anything out of it, and we'll see you in the next video. Alright, cheers for watching. See you later. Bye. Out. Out.